Hey, what's going on, TDs and Beer League? It's week 11. It is do or die time for those playoff spots. And it's getting interesting. Another great year. Everyone is pretty much alive. It is possible for everyone to make the playoffs right now. Of course, there are a lot of us that need a lot of help, but it's not impossible. It's not impossible. It is actually, yeah, so I mean, anyone can make the playoffs, even though, there are only a couple of 3-win teams in there, but you can never say never, right? So, um, let's just get on to it. I took a devastating blow last week by losing to Golston's GOAT. My team did well. I scored over 100 points, 107 points, but thanks to Patrick Mahomes, who despite I think they only scored like 27 points, still 45 points. The dude still scored 45 points. And then, right as I was like starting to get up a little hope that, this week might turn out the last week might turn out good for me. Dalvin Cook runs for an 84-yard touchdown. And I was like, well, that pretty much goes right out the window. Minnesota D turning Josh Allen over a few times. They scored a ton of points, so I ended up losing, and Ryan scored the most points in the league last week with like 155. The Honky Cracker Boys did their part to be at 6-4, tied for the third best record in the league. He kept his lead in the wild card race with a win over Jerry. Jerry drops to the 2 seed. More on that in a second. Ricky was 1-5. 1-5 starting week 7. He has won 4 in a row, gotten back to 500, and even though, yes, Ryan, it does say that you have the 6 seed on the app, Ricky beat you. Ricky beat you back in, I believe that was his one win for a while, or was it win streak? I didn't know, but I know that he beat you, and therefore Ricky owns the final wild card spot at the 6. So, Ricky, storming back 4 wins in a row. Talk about another win streak. Tecate is it's burning up down south. The Humblers spoiled it again, beating Mike, I complained that I scored 107 points. Mike scored 130 points, and he lost to BJ and the Humblers. The Humblers are on a 2-game win streak, still 3-7, still, again, not impossible, but pretty improbable that there's playoffs in the future. But hey, taking names as they're going down, right? I'll leave it to Cleaver, also crashing the party, put a dent in Jamie's playoff hopes by beating her. And Mariota malfunctions. Roy, 5 wins in a row, and is now, for the first time, in undisputed first place, alone by himself, with an 8-2 record. Roy has the 1 seed. Good on you. Well, if only the Falcons could do the same. But, hey, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying right now. Forget the Falcons. It's all about them dogs. Them dogs. No one beating them dogs. So, again, going over the standings, Roy is at 8-2 in sole possession of first place. Jerry is in sole possession of second place at 7-3. Again, the app doesn't account for the head-to-head. They only calibrate points until the end of the year when the playoff metrics get put in there. So, although, Mike, you do have the 3 next to your name, you're actually in the 4 seed. You're in the 4 seed. Chrissy had beat you back in week 5. So Chrissy has the 3 seed. Mike has the 4 seed. And even though in the Honky Cracker Boys, Chris is also at 6-4, and has the 5 spot. Now, right now, it's because you have the 5 spot because you lost to Mike back in the first round of divisional play. So if you split that, it'll come down to points, which is why Again, we'll get into rivalry week next week, but rivalry week is pretty important insofar as the points. And for this situation, particularly, I'll get into that when it's actually rivalry week. I said it twice there. That was good. So anyway, and also, Chris, you have the tiebreaker over Chrissy. So if you win the division and you tie with Chrissy, you would have the seed above her. And again, as I said, Ryan and Ricky both have a 5-5 record. Ricky does have the 6th seed, even though it says 7 by his name right now, because Ricky does have the tiebreaker over Ryan and also over Chris. So again, Ricky's sitting in a nice spot right now, with the 2 people having a tiebreaker over the 2 people that for the wild card. Don't think he's catching Roy. I don't think it's possible. I think Roy actually, if he wins this week, I think Roy clinches the Tecate division. I'm pretty sure, Jerry, if you beat me, which is very likely, because oh my god, just terrible. These late buys have really boned me because every single week it's another player that's just like, well, if I don't have this person, I'm probably not gonna win. So anyway, so yeah. And but basically, myself and Jamie, we are both in must-win situations if we want to make the playoffs. Same with the Hams, the Humblers, and Leave It to Cleaver. Got to win out, pretty much all of us. Me, Jamie, Dave, BJ, Megan. If we lose again, we're pretty much out. But again, it's one of those things. It's like last year with me. Just keep winning. And then you might end up in. But yeah, pretty unlikely. For any of us. I'll just, the odds are against us. But, Anyway, so, for points tonight, Las Vegas is in Denver. Dallas is visiting the Vikings, which should be actually a really good game. The Vikings seem to be legitimate, despite Kirk Cousins. Cincinnati visits Pittsburgh, and the nightcap is Kansas City versus the Chargers. I'm going Kansas City because I still think the Chargers are just painfully mid. Sorry. Yeah, they're the same team every year. Just all these expectations, and they just do jack because it's the Chargers. Put them in LA, put them on the moon. The Chargers are mid. That's it. I am on call, so there is a chance that I won't even get to see any of the 4 o'clock games because I might have to go into work, hence the reason why I don't have my customary beer at this time. Can't be doing that. No. Megan is actually at the Patriots-Jets game, bracing for the possibility that I will get torn to shreds in the comments of the app later from mainly Mike and Ryan and probably Jerry and Roy because they're dicks. To just go, jump on that bandwagon because, whatever. Anyway, so I hope, Megan, I hope you enjoy the game. And Dave, the Cunninghams, is currently, he starts, hold on, I gotta check my watch here. Dave is at the Hard Rock Hotel, the guitar one in Florida, in Orlando. He is in a poker tournament today, starting at 1, so everyone wish Dave some luck down there. He made it to the second day. I think he's in like 200th place, but it's out of 600 people, and honestly, there is not a lot of room between him and like the 100 people in front of him. One good hand, he can shoot up like 100 spots, so good luck, Dave. May fortune be with you. Hope you get to that final table, because I think you get just making the final table, I think he'll win like 6 figures. At least 5, so good luck, buddy. All the love from me. And whatever else you guys are doing out there today, I hope you're happy. I hope you're safe. And much love to all of you. Have a great day. And as always, say it with me. Go Bats.